into the FPS like first person. So there will be different modes also to be spectating, not only from the above.
Yes, so the great thing about being a real-time strategy game combined with the first-person shooter game is that while we can have that intense first-person combat of, someone beating a skull off them and shooting it, and that's really cool, we can also then zoom out into the top-down view, which a commander would normally be in, and it looks like any other real-time strategy game, except the units are acting in a very intelligent way because they are real people. So we can go third-person view, we can go chase cam, we can go free look mode, and we can go top-down view, and we're also working on having first-person spectating as well. It's actually surprisingly hard.
Yeah, it is, especially when you have that last moment, guy still there fixing the last thing, or you see someone doing a special maneuver going alone. You want to go into him and see what will happen, and you see how the other ones work up something and ambush or whatever. You want to see that in the first person.
Yeah, well, like really, really pro players. I mean, for example, if on some of our competitive teams that we've got playing in the beta right now, if you see a really, really awesome player, and there's a couple I could name off the top of my head, we want to get in there and give them that first-person experience so they can be that hero, live on a stream or wherever.
Yeah, and you already working with some teams right now that are into the game, that playing, and you already streamed like 300 games?
Yeah, easily, probably more than that. Yeah, absolutely.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's we already have sort of a small competitive scene happening before the game is finished. Again, the game is not finished. It's not balanced. It's not performing well enough yet. These are all challenges we've got to fix before release. But we do have quite a few teams. We've had about 20 teams coming and going, playing every Sunday and throughout the week as well. Running the beta through its paces and putting up some great competitive matches.
But I know the cards are stacked.
When you started developing the game, was it like in your head that this is going to be an esports title? We're going to aim for the esports, or was it something else?
I don't think it wasn't. We didn't sit down when the game was sort of being thought out and say, right, we want to make an esport. We just wanted to make an awesome, fun game. And it happens that a lot of people want to just play a game, jump in a server and just mess around. It also happens that there's
he goes down,
that full-on esport experience, but to watch it and to play it. We want to cater to all those players. We want the game to be accessible for your average pub player like me, but also really awesome for people that want to have an in-depth team experience, play a tournament, get live pass, etc.
Look at the change in the map composition.
How can you do it? Will you have an open beta or will you have it closed, or what's happening? If someone will get into that game right now, because obviously people will go on YouTube and search for this game so much to see more about it. But how will you do when you release it?
Yeah, so right now the beta is, I don't know whether to call it closed or open. The fact is you can buy in for $35. That gets you access to the beta, all our mod tools, and the full game for free when it's released. So you could do that again, so you will be playing an unfinished game. But if you want to, you can wait. We will be having a free Steam weekend at release where everyone will be able to play it for free. And then after that, you'll be able to get into the game on Steam. It'll be in the Steam store as well as various other digital download stores.
I'm really interested in the one that you can buy. Is that a Kickstarter, or how did you finance, or how did you do that?
It is similar to a Kickstarter in that, people will start a Kickstarter because they need funding for their project. And that's exactly where Natural Selection 2 came from. We needed funding to get it off the ground. And so we just put up the Natural Selection 2 website and said, hey, you can pre-order the game and fund it and get this development going. That's exactly what happened. We've had about 35,000 pre-orders, and that is what got the game off the ground. It's not where all the funding came from, but it's a significant proportion. And if it hadn't happened, if that community had not come together and bought into the game before it was released, then I wouldn't be standing here today, and Natural Selection 2 wouldn't exist.
Yeah, I see it as a really important first boost for a game like this, and for a company. I think Kickstarter is a really cool thing that they do. And yeah, as you say, it's for community and for the gamers, and you are really dedicated. I can see that, and I hear that when you talk, so it's cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, until 4 months ago, I was just a gamer, so there you go. I was not a game employee, but yeah, there you go.
But it's great to see that the community is behind this game, and they want to get in on the action and give their input, and I think that's great, because you don't see many game developers do that today.
I mean, we wouldn't say that any particular approach from any game developer is right or wrong, but we have found that being totally open has paid huge dividends for us, because there are so many facets where having the community involved comes back. I mean, firstly with game balance. So many game balance decisions have been made by the community arguing for it, presenting them to us in forums, in emails, in TeamSpeak hookups, everyone presenting their ideas, and us going, oh yeah, you know what, changing that unit that way is actually really a good idea. Or, for example, we have 4 maps in the Natural Selection 2 beta. We're working on having 6 for release, maybe more. One of those maps was actually community made. Someone in the community made that map, and it is now officially part of the game. The spectator system, as I mentioned before, is community made, so being open has allowed us to improve the game in ways we couldn't possibly have done if we'd just gone and done all this ourselves.
One question I'm thinking about is also this: how many players can you be on the map at the same time, and how will the setups look? Is it 6 players, or can you be 64? Or?
Well, we'd love to do 64. Unfortunately, we cannot do 64. I mean, it'd be amazing if we could. I'm sure someone will make a mod where you can do 64, but we're aiming for 32 players being the max, so 16 versus 16. So you'd have 2 teams of 15 with 1 commander on either side. And excuse me, I just lost my train of thought there. But yes, so you can have a game with 5v5, so 10 players. You might be able to do a 4v4 on a very small map, but we found a sweet spot is a 6v6. That works pretty well for most map sizes.
Actually, because as you say that the 4 versus 4 is really good, because I know I want to play that game with a full of like 8 or 10 people, because that would be cool, because they have a lot of guys to kill. And as a commander, that would be fun. But for going and travel to LAN and etc., it's not easy for an esport organization to ship away like a 16 person. Yeah. So for 4 person, it's good for the competitive mode and to the LAN environment. And yeah.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a challenge we've got, because I know, a lot of esports, they don't have very large team sizes, and so if our sweet spot is 6v6, it does represent a challenge. But look at rugby, look at football, look at baseball, etc. All these are sports that require a large team. There's no reason why esports can't grow to have bigger teams, and if we just keep watching 1v1s for the rest of our lives in esports, I think we'll be in a non-very interesting position. So, yeah.
But no, and there would be like no. I will not say that, but more things can happen with more people on the map, and there will be not that fast 1-1 versus action is over in 1 minute or 2 minutes. That is boring. I think there's more fun to see more people, and you have more to watch, and especially when you walk above, you can see how they move, and yeah, look, cool. I like it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, really do round up and end this.
Yeah, but I gotta ask you first. Yeah. What was your favorite alien that you showed us?
My favorite?
The favorite alien, yeah.
I really like 2 of them. The one is the tank, because I've been a tank driver in all games. There is a tank. I like that. I don't know if my age, but yeah, whatever. But the one that have the spikes where it can leap forward that look really aggressive.
So the one where you see through its jaws, that's the Skulk. Yeah, so that's the one you start as, very, very aggressive little alien. And the one you were talking about before, the
Not
tank.
interested.
The tank one, that's the Onos. So that's what's on my t-shirt right now. He's the big kahuna.
Yeah, it's cool. And you had the other one also that was more stand-up before the tank.
Yeah, the Fade. Yeah.
He looks cool also.
Yeah. The jumping.
And you?
Same, actually. It's the first time we agree on something. This is actually one of those times we agree on something.
So no more Biffo live on stream. It is love now.
Okay, now we can run and jump and sing our way out from
Whoa, it's getting weird.
Yeah.
We're getting too old for this.
You see everything.
We should do a cooking show next time.
Yeah.
It's
cooking
more
show?
equivalent to our age.
Yeah.
Old fart.
Two old farts talking. No. Skip that. No, but thanks for joining us here, and I hope it will be a good trip back when you go back.
Looking forward to the game.
We know that we will see you later, but for you viewers, maybe it will end until when you come back with the release of the game. Then we will have you back on the stream, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we're only a couple of months out now, and if you want to get more information about the game and see when it is going to be released, you can check out naturalselection2.com, and also follow us on Twitter at NS2 or on Facebook at naturalselection2, and we post regular updates. Lots of silliness from the office, development milestones, so there's plenty of information out there if you want to know more.
Coolest. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we will get back to you later, and it's soon time for wrap up for Druids here on DreamHack.
Yes.
But yeah, take care, guys.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy this. You remind me of Andreas' younger brother, Joel.
Objective completed. Objective completed.
Your base is under attack. Sentry taking damage. Your base is under attack.
Oh, look at the withering fire down on that Onos, reducing him 1/3 health. I love it. I love the way All In is working as a unit here. I mean, I want them to push through, but I know the cards are stacked against them in this build.
This is genius. Oh, I love All In for this. They made them think they were going through Crossroads, but they take the Vent Crossroads with their jetpacks to do an assault on the Atrium Hive, which is now taking massive damage.
The lurks are oh, they're going to find the spur. Will they kill it? They may kill it. Can they? No, he gets ganged.
Oh, he goes down,
crazy down.
Gameplay.
So they are holding this kind of triangular area here, while the Marines are holding up Atrium Data Core. They have also got sub-axis, and look at this, an attack coming through to Computer Lab.
Marines start at south. They're bringing the Marines back. And it looks like we're going to have an all-out push here.
Change. Look at the change in the map composition. The map is now owned by Transcend. Archaea has been pushed back into their base.
Down at 15.
I think it's going to go down.
And this power node goes down at Marine start. It looks like we're going to see a good game here.
But zero,
Zero taking massive damage, down below 10%. Shots still firing. Coming in 5%. Onos! Oh! He goes down!
Onos down, but Carrillo is now on his own. Who is going to build the power node back up? There's no one. Who's alive?
This is game!